So this is like one of my lightest setups that I bring out to the park. It's a little synthesizer. And a little microphone, so it's like a portable recording studio. Then I always have forest guide, tree finder, music notebook, write down some score, thoughts, waterproof, Buddhist teachings. And we're gonna hook up the microphone. So in case there's anything I want to sing, or a lot of times if there's like some really nice bird sounds, those factor into a lot of what I'll do, like bringing sounds from the park back to the studio. One really cool thing I did on this trail, on the Bristlecone Pine Trail, was I recorded every 20 feet for like 3 minutes, and then I put it into my like recording software, and so it sounds like you're moving around the entire trail, like the audio, and then I'll improvise music over that. So I'll have like basically an entire sound walk of the birds and whatever is, you know, wind is rustling through the leaves, and then I'll just sit at home and kind of like compose over it. You gotta have colorful cables. And if there's no one around, I'll use a speaker, but mostly I'll use headphones so I don't disturb joggers. But I like the birds being able to hear what I do, because sometimes they'll sing back. I don't know what they say, but, or if they're mad, I don't think they are. They seem to be more active in a pleasant way. So yeah, this is the mobile recording studio. That's nice. Let's record that. That's nice. I don't know, I feel pretty good sometimes after shows, but I always feel good coming out into nature. But you realize in this one space there are 1,000 organisms, not to get too hippy-dippy, that you're with right here. And sometimes I feel like the mask of a musician or the mask of a professional stops you from seeing all the life that's actually around you. And you focus in this barrel vision on what's quote unquote important. So for the musician, that's like, can you sell records or go on tour? And that's cool. And it was really cool when I was a kid doing it, but I don't know, I'm having a great experience and a really awesome time today, just sitting here in nature like I do. Let's record that. Anytime I come out here to any of the natural spaces around the Pacific Northwest or the world that I get to go to, and to your question of like, when will I put this music out on a record? I mean, I kind of feel like just coming out and sharing it with people in the park is the ultimate goal. And so the idea of someone listening to it like on earbuds in their room on Spotify, you gotta come here, because the music is only a record of what I'm seeing here. It's not much unto itself. Maybe the tunes are okay or the lyrics are okay, but the birds are singing a little bit more. What it is just like an attempt to capture an infinitesimal percentage of the beauty of sitting in this like pretty, as far as nature goes, like pretty inconsequential space. It's not like the Big Doug Fir that's been around for 400 years, or it's not the Columbia River Gorge, or it's not Mount Hood. It's just a little picnic bench in the middle of some recently planted trees. It's pretty peaceful, right? And I mean, I'd love for a bird person, someone from the Audubon Society to come out and be like, stop, knock that off, you're making them really mad. But it's not the vibe, it's not the vibe I get. But yeah, man, there's just something about hanging here for just hours on end and like very much just looking at this tree in particular and sitting under this, you know, it's a little maple, yeah, Japanese maple, like the red pine, and then the Taniyosho pine back there, which is like a red pine that I read about that is cultivated, like a garden one, so they like dwarf it, you know, like shrink it down. Just so inspired like by this tree in particular. And then I love, because you see so many Japanese maples, like this one next to it, like my mom has one in her garden, and you see so many in Portland. But it's nice when they let them get this big, because normally they're little bushes. And like, yeah, and then the ginkgos over there, unfortunately right now they just look like big shrubs, but like they're just the most amazing tree. And like, so just sitting in this one spot, which I know the Arboretum had this whole plan, and maybe because I'm Asian, maybe it works on me because that was like their plan for like, this is like the international section or whatever. So maybe I'm drawn to it. But these aren't Vietnamese trees anyways, they're East Asian, so it's totally different. But like, yeah, just like from the ginkgo to the Japanese maple to the red pine to the Taniyosho, it's like being in, like one thing I'll do a lot is go to the museum, the art museum downtown, PAM, and I'll just sit and write, like with this little keyboard, or just write like words in my notebook. And I find it a very similar experience to sit here as if these are like great oil paintings by the European masters or something. I kind of feel the same vibe. Just like, and then if the music helps me see the details more. Like if you just like look at the canopy of the Japanese maple, right? Those are nice leaves, these little ones right here. But then like when you add a score behind it, it becomes more ethereal. It's like you're floating in your own little world with your own soundtrack, and it makes me appreciate like every single leaf and sort of the mottled light of green and gold that comes through these trees on a sunny day like this in the most amazing way. And like, so this is just, you know, making up something in a couple minutes. But I'm hearing like the melodies, like I'm vibing the melodies from these trees, like from the atmosphere we're in. Like to me, what I'm writing right now sounds like a duet between the red pine and the Japanese maple. Like a conversation. So like maybe the maple is that piano part you're hearing, and then maybe the red pine that's a lot girthier and bigger over there is like that lower bassy sound or the synth behind it. And then when they start descending, they're kind of chasing each other. And that's the thing I love most, is when the music stops and it goes back to the birds. And you hear them more presently than when we were just talking before the music kind of accompanied them and interrupted them. I think that's just so awesome. So it's just like, come out here for like 3 years, and I've written hundreds of these little tiny, pocket pieces that I literally carry in my backpack on this little portable studio, and for no one but the trees and the birds. And it's a really inspiring way to make music. It's like I was telling you earlier, it's getting back to, it's erasing all of the idea of like putting out records or working with the label or having to book shows or all the things I became accustomed to. And it's strictly just about hearing sounds, looking at light, just the literal elements, the smell of the forest, the feel of the wind, and then just how you can like accompany all that with a tiny little like chord. How you can harmonize. That's what it comes down to. It's just a project in harmonizing in an extra musical fashion, not just like as a musician, but harmonizing with your surroundings. And I feel like that's what this place is all about. It's trying to be more in harmony with yourself and with nature and with your community. I feel like that's what I do.